Hello friends, welcome to SQL Server tutorial. In this sub-series, we are going to look at aggregating functions and how to perform aggregating function on a group of records. SQL provides aggregate functions to perform operation on a group of record. So aggregate function actually works on a group of records, and that's what we are going to see here. For example, total number of employees in department can be calculated using count function. So count is one example for aggregate function. The total number of employees in department can be calculated using the count function. Frequently used aggregate functions are, so sum is one aggregate function, and here if you see, sum means it will count all the quantity. Suppose if we are applying sum to all the record, the sum of quantity, so that's what the sum. And if you see, the sum is applied to all the group of records, so whatever is displayed here for all the records, sum will be applied. Average, so average means, say for example, if is anger the enemy, so there are 4 book, right? Average means all 4 items counted and divided by 4, so that's average. Minimum, so minimum in the sense, so if is anger the enemy, here if you see, minimum is 10. Next comes maximum, and maximum here is 75. So minimum in the sense we are taking only the is anger enemy, and in that minimum is 3 actually, not 10. Then is anger the enemy, in that group highest quantity is 75. So that's what this group function will do. Sum, average, minimum and maximum, all these are aggregate function, and count is also an example for aggregate function. So example beside shows how to use aggregate function on a whole table or on an entire table. So here we will simply use select and table name from titles, and join we already saw in one of our series, and here we are joining title with sales. Based on title ID we are making the join. So this will bring a group of record, and on that record we are applying the aggregate function sum, average, minimum and maximum. So if you see, sum of sales dot quantity as total, sum of average of sales dot quantity as average, min of sales dot quantity as minimum, and max of sales dot quantity as maximum. So ultimately all these aggregate function is applied to the entire record set. Say for example, here we are performing the join, right? If we assume it returns, just for example, 4 records, then in that 4 records we are picking the quantity column. So let's state that this is the quantity column. Then sum, it is applied on all these 4, average on all 4 record, minimum of these 4 quantity, and max among these 4 quantities. So that's how it will work, and it will return single value. And so that's the purpose of aggregate function. Now let's go to the demo. So we will use pubs database, and we are making use of two tables. One is titles and another one is sales, and we are making a join here, and we are retrieving title ID title from the title table and the quantity from the quantity from the sales table, and the returned result is ordered by title, this one. Now let's execute this. So this is the records we are getting. So let's keep this output, and we will open a new query window. So first we will execute this query, and mod cook equal to 2 order by type, and if you see there are two books under mod cook. Similarly, if I use psychology, it tells there are 5 books, and if I execute it under psychology, you can see 5 books, 3 plus 2. Now this time we will use the join, and here in join we are picking the quantity to know how many book is sold, and here we are taking some average min max for all the records, and when I execute it, it shows total is 493. So it just summed up whatever is displayed here. Average is kind of summing up all this value. All this value means 493 divided by number of entry 21. So that is what called average. Minimum and maximum we will just see. Minimum is 3, and if you examine here, so this is the minimum sales, and maximum is 75, and once you examine the record you can know that is anger the enemy, that's the maximum. Alright, here we used the group function sum average min max on the entire query result. So here is the result. On this result we applied these group functions. That's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.